What's up everyone, I just saw Rise of the Beast last night at AMC and I thought I'd do a quick review of their exclusive Optimus Prime popcorn bucket here, starting with a quick size comparison to the Robocin original flagship Optimus, the Masterpiece MP10 Optimus trailer, Earthrise Optimus trailer, and the figures for those trailers that I was too lazy to transform. You can see he's much bigger than the MP10 and Earthrise of course, and just short of the Robocin size. On to the Optimus popcorn bucket itself. The detail is really nice. The first thing that stands out to me is this trailer is all a sort of tin metal all the way around. It's very reflective, shiny, it looks great. Even the Autobot decal on the side has a reflective metallic texture to it because the whole thing is metal. The tires are actually rubber and the whole thing rolls extremely well. And you've got great paint applications all around, a little trademark there on the back, some nice tail light detail, stripe on both sides, painted logo on both sides. And the cab looks nice as well. The cab is a softer, cheaper feeling plastic, but it still looks good. Got painted windows, complete stripe, nice Autobot insignia on both sides. The insignia detail here on the front with the headlight detail. Nicely molded brush guard there and grille and everything. And yeah, it's very nicely painted all around. We even have the little yellow headlights there at the top and some nice silver around them. And some more nice molded detail here you can feel on the top. The trailer opens from one side to put the popcorn in, like so. And it's supposed to be a large popcorn, but it doesn't have quite the same volume as an actual bucket of popcorn at AMC. They gave me the bucket on the side and I filled it up, and I could only fill up about 2/3 of the trailer and the rest was in the bucket. So if you want to get your best value on the popcorn itself, definitely ask them to just put it in the bucket on the side and then fill it up yourself if you want to fill it up. I will note one thing, which is there's a little space between the floor of the trailer where the popcorn sits and the wall where popcorn tends to get stuck. It makes it a pain to clean. So if you definitely want to keep this guy clean like I do, make sure there's no popcorn crumbs when you're displaying him to attract ants and whatnot. You might not want to put popcorn in him at all. It is a little bit of a challenge to clean, but it wasn't that bad. I used a brush. He also survived the dishwasher just fine. Another thing you may have noticed is the unevenness of the trailer up here. It seemed like all of them at my AMC had kind of gotten beat up a bit, and so they were all a little bit uneven. I wanted to keep that in for the review, but it's also very easy to bend it back into shape, so I imagine a lot of these are going to get bent just because it's so easy to bend this metal. But it's not too hard to bend it with your hand and get it a bit more flat. And I'm sure I could get it a lot more flush if I just took some more time. Onto the cab, which is where the drink goes. I didn't actually use this because it seemed like it would be really uncomfortable and I didn't want all the sugary drinks in there that would make it even harder to clean. But you can just pop off the top of the cab right here. It just kind of sits and snaps in, no real hard grooves or anything, just kind of sits there. You can see that inside there's just space for a drink. And then there are these two straws that make up the smokestacks. These two straws are like a very light kind of bendable plastic. I obviously don't want to bend them too much, but these could definitely get bent out of shape if you're not careful. And yeah, there's two drinks, so you could share with a friend. And one other thing I want to note is that these straws do sit rather loosely here while the lid is on. You can easily just pull them out as well. So for easy transportation and whatnot, you could just pull those out. Another note, the trailer is not removable from the cab. And another thing I want to note is that the connection between the cab and trailer feels very fragile. You can see that it's bending a little bit here. That's because there's nothing but these two small blue pieces of plastic that connect the two. And I imagine that with a lot of weight in the trailer and the popcorn and the drink and the cab and stuff like that, it would be very easy to snap those. I expect that a lot of people are going to accidentally break that. So just be careful as you're holding him and transporting him. Probably do not pick him up by the cab, always pick up by the trailer, especially if there's a lot of heavy drinks and food inside of it. Be careful with that connection because I do think it will snap, and that sort of fragile connection there is probably the worst part about this piece in my opinion. Otherwise it's very solid, very well painted, not that fragile, but that piece feels quite fragile. Overall, it's a really cool exclusive piece of merchandise. It rolls really well, it looks great on a shelf or wherever you put it. And it's really practical because of the way this opens. I plan to use it to store some accessories and things like that, or maybe some instructions. And yeah, that's the AMC Theaters exclusive Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime popcorn bucket / drink holder.